Now Germany has begun imposing tighter controls at all of the country's borders. The government says the measures will help tackle illegal migration and protect the public from threats such as Islamist extremism. The controls within what is normally a wide area of free movement, the European Schengen zone, will initially last for 6 months. DW's Lucia Schulten reports.
From Monday onwards, border checks like these will become more frequent in Germany across all 9 countries with which it shares a land border situated in the heart of the European Union. Germany already has temporary checks in place along its borders to the south and east, but as of now broad checks will also be introduced at the frontiers to the west with France, Luxembourg, Belgium and the Netherlands, and to the north with Denmark for an initial period of 6 months as a member of the free-traveled Schengen zone. The German government had to notify the EU commissioner of its plan. The Schengen zone consists of most EU countries and some of its neighbors. Founded in 1985, this area guarantees free movement without border controls or passport checks. These measures can be reintroduced exceptionally when there is a threat to national internal security. Berlin is justifying its move. This will serve to further limit irregular migration and protect against the acute dangers posed by Islamist terror and serious crime. We are doing everything we can to better protect the people in our country against this. It's a decision that hasn't gone down well with some other EU countries. They fear it undermines the Schengen zone. Poland's Prime Minister Donald Tusk says it's unacceptable.
We will ask other countries affected by Berlin decisions to consult urgently in the coming hours on action within the European Union on this issue. We will consult with all of Germany's neighbors.
The impact from this for Germany's neighborly relationships and for the EU as a whole is also likely to depend on just how much free travel will still be possible.
Let's skip more on this now, from our correspondent Lucia Schulten, who filed that report, joins us from the border with France. She's in Gold Beim Zoben, and DW's Julius Heli is at the border crossing between Germany and Austria at No House on Inn. Lucia, you're at Germany's border with France. What do the border control procedures look like there?
Yes, so maybe you can see this behind me, so cars have to slow down. There's the police standing on the side of the Autobahn. Cars slow down, and when the police officers to decide to check one car, they pull over here to the A side and they have to drive in front of the police station where their papers are being checked. We have, since we've been standing here, we've seen one of these long distance buses being checked. So this bus has been, the police went in there and checked the papers of everyone sitting in there, and they also took one man out who then had to go into the police station. So this is how these checks look like. What is important to say is that this border has seen border controls before also, for example, for the Olympic Games in the recent months, but now there is a broader approach to, they're part of this broader approach, and we've also heard that they do enforce their police forces to fulfill their obligation and to have these checks.
Julia, Germany has been controlling its border with Austria since 2015. Who are the police stopping there?
Them checks here at the borders with Austria, so not stopping every car that comes in. There's also a lot of commuters coming across between Germany and Austria. What they're looking for is people trying to enter Germany illegally. For example, who they sometimes stop here are people who have a ban on in entering Germany, but Also people who want to come into Germany but don't have the right papers for it. For example, they don't have a visa, then they get stopped here. And they have to go back to Austria. What happens instead when someone comes to the border and says they want to request asylum in Germany, then the police should let them into the country and then send them to the immigration authorities so that they can present their asylum requests and that their documents can be checked. Police here are also looking for people, smugglers. It happens that, for example, they try to bring people into Germany in big vans, so they tend to stop bigger vans or vehicles that could look like they could belong to people smugglers trying to bring people from Austria into Germany. Thanks for watching this video.